Today is Monday, September 29th. I think tomorrow's the 30th. We are truly getting to the final countdown before we go to Japan. This is actually crazy because Ryan and I have only really traveled together out of the country once, and that was us going to Cabo and staying at a resort. So I feel like we haven't really traveled out of the country together, even though we've been together for 4 years. So obviously we are so excited, and I feel like I'm in a mixture of babying myself because I am in my luteal phase, but also like trying to sort of be proactive and get things done so that I'm not stressed at the end of the week and like at the beginning of next week, trying to get all of our things together. We leave on Wednesday. It like doesn't feel real. Every time we talk about it, we're like, but are we actually going? It's 12 right now, and I basically just got done filming, editing, and submitting a brand deal and got myself ready. My makeup routine has once again become even more simplified. These days I am just doing my skincare, and then I'm using a pocket blush, like the Rhode Beauty pocket blush in Sleepy Girl. I love it. And then I powder set it with Mia, the Super Suede Say blush. Those two together I just think are divine. And then I do some mascara and a lip, some type of a lip, which it's very incomplete right now. I have things that I need to do that I know I would typically avoid because I have extreme task avoidance. I don't know what it is. I don't know when I got this way, but I just don't like leaving my little like neighborhood. I want to stay in my little zone, and anything outside of that is like, oh, this is a lot, especially because I have to go into downtown, and that just sounds stressful. I have like a bag of things that I want to donate to a pet shelter. So this is my like donate bag, and then this and that are returns. I built that for Verm. He wants nothing to do with it. So I have a ton of returns, things to donate. Why am I blanking? I feel like I have something else I need to do. Oh, I have to go to FedEx and hopefully get my GLP-1 meds because they didn't put my address, like my unit number, when I placed my order, so they've just been holding on to it. Gotta figure out what that's about. Thankfully, the rest of the stuff is like editing, at-home things, chill things. So let's go get these things out of the way. Well, I was mainly calling because I just needed your advice about something really silly. I have like a big brown paper bag filled with things that I need to take to an animal shelter because it's like, you know, cat treats, dog bones that Prince can't have, like little things like that. And I know most people would just throw it away, but I'm like, oh, you know, maybe some animals will benefit. But I'm genuinely so stressed about going because it genuinely affects my entire day because then I have to...
Yeah, then you don't go.
I don't go.
Yeah.
I don't go.
You just don't go.
I am having the nicest little sit outside. I feel like I was having a good day, and then after I went to Whole Foods, I really feel like Whole Foods messed up the vibe. I was like, oh, that was really, really overwhelming. And then I went to FedEx to try and get my GLP-1 meds, and they were like, oh, it was sent back 2 weeks ago. I'm like, why did the guy have me come here? Then I had another package with UPS that I needed to track down that has some clothing, a lot of it, and I put myself on that thing where it's like, oh, we can call you back rather than wait on hold. And it called me back, and then it was like, press 1 to continue or press 2 to disconnect. And I pressed 1 and it still disconnected. And I genuinely think that set me over the edge. I was like, oh, you want to play with me like that today. I'm just like heavy in the luteal phase right now. I'm feeling it and I'm leaning in. I'm outside taking a few little puppies. Prince and I are playing fetch. He's on one right now, and I'm reading on my Kindle. Currently reading Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I needed it. After reading 2 Elsie Silver books, I was like, oh, I really need some crazy psychological thriller. Those are just like my favorite books, and they keep me so entranced. Is that the right word? Enthralled? I'm just invested. And I'm about 35% of the way in, so I would like to finish this by tomorrow, just so that I can knock off reading 6 or 7 books, 6 books for my month of September. Because I just counted them all up last night and I was like, wait, I meant 5 books read for the month? I feel like I've never read that many in a month. me and Ryan's favorite guilty pleasure bougie grocery store that we go to, and they have such a good little deli. Lunch today is pretty simple. Yeah, so it actually looks pretty sad, doesn't it? Just Aleppo chicken, one piece of their chicken thigh, and some rice. Got a watermelon pack that's already sliced, and my Hank's water. Longtime Ubatuba fan, and wow, this is like my first time saying anything out loud in hours. Placed an order today. This is what a normal large is. And I was like, well, recently it's been like this, but taller, so I'm gonna do a medium because that large feels way too big. And this is their new medium. The large is the new medium, which is really exciting to me because it's cheaper. That's probably all it is. I got home probably around 1, and I have done essentially nothing. And you know what? It's been amazing. I've kind of done it all week, and I think it's for 2 reasons. One is obviously I'm in my luteal phase. My period's probably gonna start in the next like 3 days, but I also know that I'm gonna be in Japan in like, at this point, in exactly 1 week. And I know that in and of itself is gonna be so hectic, so I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet of being at home and enjoying doing nothingness. And maybe it is also me kind of creating an excuse to not be working in the way that I should, but I'm also like taking care of myself. My therapist and I talked a lot about the spoon theory. Get a certain amount of spoons every day, and not every day has the same amount of spoons. Let's just say the base is like 5, but some days you might only have like 3 spoons. Some days you might have 10 spoons. Like, it just depends on how your day is looking and what you went through before. But each activity we do, even mundane things like brushing our teeth or taking out the trash or taking a shower, like the basic mundane day-to-day hygienic things, cost a certain amount of spoons, and some might cost 1 spoon. Bigger, more stressful activities might be more spoons. And if you already started off a day with low spoons, which I feel like right now my baseline is like 5 spoons. I've got like 5 spoons that I can do dilly-dally with. And if I do more than that, then it's taking away from spoons for my next day. So if I normally start at 5, then I'm starting off the next day with 3. Does that make any sense? Anyway, when you have the spoon theory, going back to Japan, I just know that I don't have a lot of spoons right now, and I wanna make sure I have enough spoons, so I'm like essentially charging. I'm like in a little battery unit. My light is flashing, and I'm charging and preparing to travel, because I haven't done this shit in 5 years. Kind of anxious about it when I think about it too hard. No, I'm excited. You guys are gonna get so much content. Thank God I got this camera. I also got the new iPhone 17. Ooh. And I'm actually like taking initiative and planning my content in advance, or at least creating like a catalog of ideas that I want to film and categorizing them. I'll show it. I'll actually put it up on my screen. This is what I've sorted out so far, and the links are just videos that inspired me and helped me, you know, it's like a reference for me, because I find that I can overthink very basic things. So I want to make sure that I don't have any friction getting in the way of me filming any of these videos. So I'm hoping that this is like the most content that I ever get from any trip I've ever done. Because also like TikTok wasn't a thing when I last traveled, because this was pre-COVID. So this is also like a new field for me. I'm used to just being like, okay, cool, I just have to vlog with my camera. But now it's like, no, you have to get content for TikTok too. You gotta get vertical content, OOTDs, all those things. I'm excited though. I'm excited. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna finish reading my book. I'm 73% of the way in. Okay, I feel like we should talk Japan for a little bit, because obviously that is coming up very quick, and this will basically be my last vlog before I leave. First of all, Ryan and I have not traveled together. Well, wait, that's not true. Ryan and I have not really traveled out of the country together. We've only ever been to Cabo, and we stayed at an all-inclusive resort. We didn't really get the cultural aspect of being in a new country. And this will be Ryan's first time really leaving the country, and my first time leaving the country since COVID. I mean, the last time I left was like 2018, and that was when I went to go see Chachi in Finland, and I went to Amsterdam, and it was amazing, and I was like, I'm gonna be a traveling girl, and then COVID happened and everything went to shit. And then I got with Ryan, and I really didn't want to go anywhere until he had a passport. And anyway, regardless, we're just finally in this place where travel can be a priority for the both of us, and I'm So excited, it like makes me itchy. So we're gonna be going to Japan for 10 days. We're gonna be visiting Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Also going to Okayama for a day trip so that we can visit a denim loom factory. We're spending the most time in Tokyo for like 4 or 5 days. Then we'll be in Osaka for 3 days, Kyoto for 1 night, and then back to Tokyo. I know it's gonna go by so quick, but I also know that this is going to be the first of many trips to Japan. When it comes to money, I basically saved $3,000 for this trip, maybe a little bit more than that. And that is including the hotel, shopping, and food. That is not including the flight. I am a point hoarder when it comes to my credit card, and I'm always taking advantage of like the bonuses that they offer and things like that. We did end up upgrading to Comfort Plus. Business class would have been nice, but those numbers are crazy. Just $4,000 for an upgrade one way was diabolical to me, but we did pay for comfort. We did. When it comes to hotels, Ryan and I are splitting that, and I think that's gonna be right around $1,200 each. I did book some nicer hotels, nothing over like $350 a night though. I was kind of surprised. You could definitely book super cheap hotels, 70, 80, 100 bucks a night. So I'll definitely make sure that I'm posting hotel tours, talking about how much I'm paying, all of those things. And then thankfully Ryan's probably gonna end up covering a lot of like the food and stuff. That leaves me with like 1,800. I think it should be good for 10 days because 1,000 of that I do want to go to getting myself like some sort of designer bag. Japan is like the hub for secondhand designer goods. Mission is get myself one cute designer bag for under $1,000. The rest will be on like food and miscellaneous shopping. I want to get some like hysteric glamour tops, specifically vintage ones, fingers crossed. But I'm just gonna be getting so many cutesy little things. So if you guys have any questions about Japan, comment them down below because next time you guys see me, I will be vlogging in Japan. So maybe I can address some of those questions while I'm there. This time, right now it's Wednesday at 11:15. I'll be in a plane. I'll be on a plane. I'm getting some separation anxiety because I used to travel a lot. You guys know this. If you've been following me for a long time, I was bit, bop, booping around. All around. Now that I've become even more of a homebody, especially as I get older, and like Prince is getting older, he just turned 9, I'm like, anxiety that I have about leaving, specifically him, because he has been so clingy. Like Duke, I know is gonna be okay. He's not gonna love me being gone, but Duke spends a lot of time on his own. Prince is a stage 5 clinger, and I love it. That's my baby. I'm sad about that. October is gonna be a very exciting month. We also have Complex Con that we're gonna be doing. Ryan's gonna have a booth at Complex Con in Vegas. So if that's something you guys go to or are interested in, like maybe see you there. Anyway, I have therapy in like 45 minutes, so I'm going to unwind and edit a video, and maybe while I'm gone, you guys can think of some video ideas, recommendations for places for me to go, specifically in Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto. I've also been practicing Japanese on Duolingo. Konnichiwa. That's all I got for you. This is the life of dating a designer. It's currently 11 p.m. and Ryan goes, you want to help me do some physical labor? And we're gonna cut out some panels for something.
Patches.
For patches.
They need to be around this size because they print. I need as many of these as you can get out of this fabric.
As many of these.
This size, yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect either.
Just kind of traced it even right here, so you know it's
Enough room.
just this. That way, just you can. Needed that refresh so badly, and I always forget to book my next appointment. I should probably do that right now. We basically just always go over my roots, which were like maybe an inch or two grown out, and then because my hair was bleached the first time that I went brunette, it just always, no matter how many times I dye over it, and I don't want to use like a permanent dye, obviously it starts to fade. And so I actually like when it's this dark chocolate brown, as opposed to the brown that it lightens up to. It It was okay because it was summer, but it like fades very quickly, I'm finding. So I can't wait for this bleach to grow out so that I can just permanently maintain this, because I love it. I love this color on me. It's my favorite. It feels like it's a part of me, but it does cost a small fortune every time I do this. Every quarter, it's like a $400 ordeal. And that's just because I found somebody who's a really good colorist. And I guess I don't really need somebody who's like a master at coloring, because it's not like I'm doing a color correction. It's not like I'm bleaching my hair, but I appreciate how fast she is. She's like so on top of it. She just knows exactly what I want, and she moves quick, and she does it good. And that's why I go to Sarah. I've got like my team down pat at Nova Art Salon. They're really amazing. I go to Anya for my blow dries. She's incredible. Sweetest, best energy. I told her I wanted to do volume today. She was like, absolutely. I'm very happy. It looks so good and I feel refreshed. I got my brows done, I got my mustache waxed, and I got my hair done. I love that for me.